Hi, in this video, you will learn how to use the Spring Developer Tools to enable automatic restart and reload changes in a browser to increase productivity in Spring Boot project development. I am Nam Haming from codejava.net. So, what is problem with Spring Boot development? A Spring Boot application is a standalone application with an embedded server like Apache Tomcat. So any changes you made to any resources on the class path will require full application restart. So you will waste your time on just waiting for the application to restart, and as a consequence, you lose your productivity. So now let me show you the problem with Spring Boot development. This is a Spring Tools with IDE, and I open the Spring Boot project here. Now I start my Spring Boot application. Start, and you see Spring Boot application is up and running now. Now I open my web browser to access my Spring Boot application. Chrome browser here. HTTP localhost 8080. Okay, here we go. Click here to register, and you see this is a web form for user registration, and you see the profession list has the options developer, tester, architect, and manager. And now in the project, I want to update this profession list to include one more profession: developer, tester, architect, manager, and another profession is, for example, designer. Okay, designer, and I save the change I made to this Java code, and now come back to browser and refresh, and you see nothing happens because Spring Boot application doesn't automatically restart to reflect the change I have made. So if I want to see the change, I have to restart the application here. Restart. I have to manually restart, and I have to wait because a full application restart takes time. Okay, and now I refresh the browser here, and this time I see the designer profession here. It got updated. Also, if I want to update code in the form here, for example, I change the heading of the page from user registration to, for example, member or enrollment, for example. Save the file, and I refresh the browser. And nothing happens because Spring Boot doesn't automatically restart to reflect the change changes I have made, and I have to restart the application. Restart manually and wait for the application to be started again. So it wastes my time. Now I refresh, and it is updated member enrollment here. So that's a problem in Spring Boot development. Whenever you make changes to your code, you have to restart your application and wait for the application to fully restart it and refresh the browser to see the changes, and this we slow down the productivity. Fortunately, Spring Boot comes with a solution. It provides a module called Spring Boot DevTools or Spring Boot Developer Tools. Using Spring Boot DevTools, you can enable automatic restart application and automatic refresh a browser using LiveReload extensions. So I strongly recommend you to use Spring Boot DevTools because it is quick, easy, and convenient. To use Spring Boot DevTools, you need to specify the following dependency in your project build file, Spring Boot DevTools, and to use automatic reload browser refresh using LiveReload extension. You need to install the extension from this URL. If you use Spring Tools with IDE, install Spring DevTools is very easy. Just right click on the project, and in the context menu you will see Spring. Add DevTools here. And it is actually adding additional dependency to your project view file. Here you see the dependency for Spring Boot DevTools here. And now let me show you how the automatic restart feature works. You see, when you start the Spring Boot application without the DevTools, you see the name of the thread is main thread here, and after installing Spring Boot DevTools, we need to restart the application. Now restart. And this time you will see the name of the thread is restarted main. It is not main before. And in the console view you can also see live reload server is running on port 35729 here, because Spring Boot and Developer Tools enable live reload feature by default. Okay, and let me make some changes to my code. Here I want to update the profession list here. For example, consultant and keyway, for example, and I save the file, and you will see Spring Boot automatically restart the application, and but this restart is very quick. It is hot restart because Spring Boot DevTools caches the unchanged stuff like the jar files here in a separate class loader, so it restarts the application very quickly. Only the change is loaded, and this time you can see. Now I refresh my browser to see the changes. You see, consultant and keyway appears here, but I have to refresh the browser. So now let me show you how to install the LiveReload extension to install the automatic browser refresh whenever you make changes to the code. So you need to go to this URL livereload.com/extensions. https livereload.com/extensions. Without https, I think. Okay, and you see this extension LiveReload supports 3 major browsers: Safari, Chrome, and Firefox. I'm using Chrome, so I click this hyperlink Chrome extensions. And click this button, Add to Chrome. And click Add extensions. Okay, and you will see the LiveReload icon appears here, right to the address bar of the browser. Okay, that's it, and click here to close, and click on the LiveReload icon here to enable or disable. Click here. Refresh this page. Now I click Manage Extensions. Normally we don't have to configure anything for this extension. You see a small dot at the center, and the message LiveReload is connected. Click to disable. Okay, so it takes a moment to the extension to work. And if you stop the server, you will see error. Okay, click here, click again, and if it is not connected, it will reports an error here, could not connect to LiveReload server. Okay, and start our Spring Boot application. Okay, and let me show you how the automatic restart and live reload work in action. So I open Windows, my web browser here. Click here to, here you see it is connected. And now I make some changes. Okay, I change the heading of this form from member enrollment to user registration. User registration. You see, and I change the field email to email address and save the file. And pay attention. Mm, it seems that it doesn't work. This time you see user registration and email address. Let me try again. User registration. 1, 2, 3 here and save. Let me change Java code in the controller class here. I delete these professions and save the file. And you see, in the browser, it automatically reloads the changes. You see, so previously we don't see it reload change only for the JSP paste because the JSP paste doesn't trigger a restart. The JSP in this directory doesn't trigger a restart. So so what changes we trigger automatically restart the application? Basically, any changes to any files in the class path or files in the source folder of the project here, src main here, also in the resources folder. And if we want to include additional path, so automatic restart we work with additional path, you have to specify this property in the applications property file. You see, we may change this to the SP and it doesn't automatically restart the application and reload the browser. So now we need to specify an additional path. Spring DevTools restart the application properties file here. The Spring DevTools. You can see Spring Tools Suite ID automatically suggests code commission DevTools. You can see additional path here. And now I specify the additional path that points to the views directory here. Web app views, web app views, and save. And now let's try to make change to this SP file to see if it automatically restart the application or not. Save. So that means this path is not correct. Delete this as. Okay. Make change to this SP. Main slash web app slash views. Okay, let's change to raster from here. New 1, 2, 3. Sorry, we must have web INF here. So it should be web web INF slash views here. Okay. Now let's make some change for 5.6. You see under LRC main, LRC main web app, web INF views. Let's change just the web INF views. Now make changes to this SP file. If this path doesn't work, you can let me try again. LRC slash main slash web app slash web INF views. Okay, make changes 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that works. Now let me show you how the automatically restart for the SP changes and browser reload here. You see now I update the heading of the form is member enrollment. Okay, and I delete this rest. Okay, click save, and you see it automatically reload the form in the browser here. Very quick, right? When I make changes to either Java code or JSP code. For example, I change this to heading 1 and click save, and you will see it updates, reloads the browser, refreshes the browser. Very useful, very convenient. So you don't have to wait to restart the application and refresh the browser. Very nice, right? So what changes will not trigger automatic restart. Uh, Changes to test classes under the hierarchy/test directory, and changes to resources in the following part will not trigger automatic restart, but it does trigger browser refreshes. And to disable live reload, you can specify this property in the application .properties file. Spring DevTools .livereload.enable equal false in case you don't want to enable live reload. Yeah, Spring DevTools live reload enabled equal false. Save, and you need to, for this property, you need to restart the application. And this time you don't see the live reload server running here because it is disabled. Now delete this and save. We need to restart. And you see this time live reload server is running here. You see, you have learned how to use Spring Developer Tools for automatic restart and reload changes in a browser to increase productivity while working with Spring projects. I hope you found this video helpful. Thank you for watching, and subscribe to my Java programming channel.